Hey guys, it's me Chandra again. So today's video will be the preparation and the guide itself for Xiangli Yao. So as usual in our cover like the material that he need, the kit explained, how to play in the simplified version, and of course the builds, the themes, and so on. Couple of the frequently asked questions like should you get more copies or get the weapon, or should you waste or just spend again all your resource to build Xiangli Yao if you already have Calcharo or something like that. So yeah, let's get started. So let's start first with the material. I just show in here all the total material that he need, and in credits thanks to WuWa Sensei. And now let's move into one of our main course, which is Kit Explained and how to play Xiangli Yao in simplified version. So for the kit itself, I will not explain one by one like my usual guide because this is way too long. It will take very long time. So I will use PGR style. So basically for Xiangli Yao, in order to make you even understand easier, he basically Calcharo 2.0, literally. Because his overall kit, like he has two different states, the normal or basic state, and the one when he uses Resonant Liberation, he will move into another state. That basically same like Calcharo. But let's start first with his basic state or basic form itself. On his basic form, everything in here is just pretty much normal. He can perform normal, basic attack, hold attack, mid-air attack, and I will just show you in here and take a look. He also have skill, very simple, and of course he has border circuit that you need to trigger. To trigger this border circuit, just easy, you just need to fill the bar. They call capacity in here. So in order for you to fill, just do any normal attack that hit to the enemy itself, or even do resonance skill and hit to the enemy itself. Time to time will go up and it will full. And when you see his border circuit bar already full, you can see the skill already glowing red. It's already changed. Just press that skill or E in the PC and you can follow up by pressing basic attack. And that is border circuit on the basic stat. And take note, all of his border circuit damage is considered resonance liberation damage. Now let's move into her resonance liberation state. So whenever you already have resonance liberation ready, just press that and he will do the nuke and you will enter the intuition state. So in this state, most of his moveset is changed. You can see the bar become like small different 5 bar in here. So our main objective on this intuition state is that to trigger this for the circuit, or this to fill this 5 bar and trigger the for the circuit. So how you will fill this bar, or it calls performance capacity, there's a couple of the way that you can do. First, you can just do basic attack. There's a couple combo you can do. You can get up to 2 performance capacity. So if you do half of the combo basic attack, you will get 1. If you do full until 3 basic attack, you will get 2 performance capacity. The other way, which is for me, this is the more convenient and faster way for you to fill up the performance capacity, which is simply just press resonance skill, and after followed by that, just press directly the basic attack to perform mid-air attack, which is in here you will get total 5 performance capacity, or we can say it just full directly. So in detail, you will get 2 when you perform the resonance skill, and you perform this mid-air attack, you will get 3. This is why you can just get from this one combo, you will get like full directly. And lastly, you can also get performance capacity by just doing dodge counter. By simply just dodge and attack, you will get 2 performance capacity or 2 bar of for the circuit itself. So yeah, when you see this performance capacity already full or the for the circuit bar already full, just simply press E and he will do this cool animation. So yeah, that's about it about Xiangli Yao Kit. So in simplified way how to play Xiangli Yao, which is when you are in the base form, just do whatever that you can as fast as you can to trigger the resonance liberation. So you can just do basic attack, do the skill, trigger for the circuit, and do basic attack, whatever, until make it resonance liberation full. So when resonance liberation is full, just press directly, and then afterward followed by skill, doing basic attack, and after that do the for the circuit, press E again or skill. So you just keep repeating, or you can just do combination with basic attack. It depends on your creativity. And the last shot, when he in the intuition mode, he only has 24 seconds for you to maximize his damage, or you can only perform maximum 3 rotation of your for the circuit. So either from your run out of duration, or if you perform this 3 rotation of for the circuit, he will back into normal mode again. For Xiangli Yao auto skill is pretty simple. Whenever he switch out to another character, when another character trigger any basic attack, they will deal additional electro damage. So that's pretty good. You can trigger up to 3 times. And if you play normally, if you wonder how much you can trigger his for the circuit, basically you can trigger comfortably up to 3 times, that's the maximum, and that's actually good. I haven't learned much about his any canceling, but I can see couple of his room of where you can do canceling or like swap. First, where he is in the waiting cooldown for his skill, maybe you can squeeze there to swap. Second, when he's performing his mid-air attack. And third, when he's performing his border circuit, because that's quite a long animation. Maybe you can squeeze, or maybe you can just switch and then do some like a little bit echo and switch back. But in the end, for those stuff like canceling, casual players should not really worry, just play normally. I don't even do that very often, and yet still can clear most of the content. So yeah, that's everything about Xiangli Yao Kit itself. Everything is pretty much quite straightforward. Literally, it's just remind me Calcharo 2.0. And now let's move to the builds. For the builds, I just say it's straightforward because build in WuWa, I just realized it's very straightforward, so you don't need so much explanation. For Xiangli Yao Echo builds, basically both of them doesn't really matter in the end, because I think I still prefer for you to just choose whatever best subset that you have between those of these two, which is the first one you can go for Void Thunder 5-piece, or another like 5-piece of Lingering Tunes. However, if you pulling for his signature weapon, Lingering Tunes is a little bit better. But in the end, you don't need to stress out too much because the difference is not like crazy difference. The best advice for me is just choose whatever subset that is more superior. For active echo skills, if you use like Void Thunder, Thundering Mappies is actually the best, but because Thundering Mappies sometimes animation is way too long, you can just use Tempest Mappies, it's more convenient. If you use Lingering Tunes, of course, the only is Make Abomination. For the main set, depend on the format, but I recommend to go with the 4-3-3-1-1, and the best main set, which is the 4-cost, depends what you need. If you need more crit rate, then go for crit rate. If you need more crit damage, then go for crit damage. But I give you recommendation is that try to go crit rate above 50%, and for the 3-cost is double electro damage, and then for the 1-cost is attack percentage. For the cost 4-4-1-1-1, then of course 4-cost is you can just go with double crit, and then 1-cost is of course attack. For subset priority, which is energy regen, crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, and resonance liberation. And let's move to the weapon itself, and let's start with the 5-star weapon. The best one, of course, her signature, Verity Handle, because it just gives you critical rate and also get attribute damage and buff the resonance liberation. That's the best one. And second option is Abyss Surge. This is still pretty much good because give you attack and give you energy regen. Still pretty much useful for Xiangli Yao to trigger also resonance liberation easier. And for the 4-star option, the best one, if you pay the battle pass, which is Tonart, that's still pretty good weapon because when you use resonance skill, it will buff resonance liberation, which is pretty much still benefit for Xiangli Yao. And also it gives crit rate, that's actually good. Now if you have Hollow Mirage, it's still pretty much nice, give you attack percentage, and also when you trigger Resonance Liberation, you will get buff of attack and defense. While other option like Gauntlet 21 or even MAT Accord, that's still pretty much okay. And regarding should you get more duplicates or the resonance chains or get the signature weapon, actually depend which stopping point that you want to go. If you go S1, then I recommend to go for the weapon because the weapon still pretty much good. It gives you crit rate, increase attribute, and buff more resonance damage. It's more versatile and also it's 100%. However, for S1, it's only buffing like extra damage, which is still good, but weapon give you more for you, like versatility for you. However, if you decide to go to the S2, then yes, this is where the point S2 already around the same like weapon or even better than the weapon itself because you will get the benefit from the S1 and also S2 you will get more crit damage when you perform skill or resonance liberation. However, in the end, my recommendation still prioritize to get the signature weapon first, then try to go with the duplicates if you want to. For the team comp for Xiangli Yao, basically just same like Calcharo, because he's just Calcharo 2.0. So of course the best team for him, which is the pretend Calcharo is Xiangli Yao, okay? Xiangli Yao, Yinlin, and Fairy Najis team is the best one just because they kind of buffing each other. But of course, if you find like you don't need like any healer and you want to kind of like in some situation to breaking shield easily, you can just YOLO in here. Sorry, Xiangli Yao, Yinlin, and in here is just put Yuanu. You can just break the shield pretty fast. However, if you find like this team is too premium, then you can just use Yinlin changed with the Yuanu itself because it's still pretty much useful. That I told you before, it can break the shield pretty much easy. So Yuanu is still pretty much a nice option. However, if you don't want to use that, you can also put the character like Havoc Rover is still pretty much nice because just like Havoc Rover always work like quick swapping, so that's also nice. And other than that, you can just put like Sanhua, just put Moonlit Sanhua, and then you can just do quick swap too. Other than that, if you want to trigger like Resonance Liberation early, need more energy, you can just go with the Yang itself. If you have Jeju, it's actually also pretty much good too. Just because Jeju will give you energy and buff skill, not really super 100% useful, but at least that energy buff also still pretty much kinda useful too. And also Jeju rotation is pretty fast, so that's still pretty much nice for Xiangli Yao. And that's about his build. And now if you wonder like, should you build Xiangli Yao because he's free? Should you just waste all your resource to build, especially you already have Calcharo very well built? And in my general answer is yes. Even if you have well built Calcharo itself, Xiangli Yao offer more convenience and quality of life for you, especially for general and casual player. Just because you will not get so much punishment or lose so much damage, even you decide to not use any cancelling or any tech. Comparing Calcharo, you don't do any cancelling, you will lose a lot of like DPS or like any tech. You need to become more skillful in that. But Xiangli Yao, you can pretty much can ignore that, you will not lose so much. So the room of error for you in Xiangli Yao a lot lesser than Calcharo, and that actually indirectly gives you more consistency and give you more damage. However, assuming if you're really skillful using Calcharo, can do that very well, you expert can do consistently maximum rotation and maximum potential of DPS, then I don't think that's necessary for you to build Xiangli Yao. Probably it's only couple differences better, which is gonna come to the point and just save your resource there. But if you talk about a realistic term, as far that I can see the community, I don't think we have like majority Calcharo expert. Pretty much I think less than 10%. Majority of people not really even super expert into Calcharo, which is why I feel like in general, Xiangli Yao is still pretty much a better version than Calcharo. So yeah, for me, I still recommend for you to build Xiangli Yao, and of course because he is free, and he's a good character, literally good character, especially if you have healing, you can make a very good team in Electro tip. So because of that, like, he is not just like a weak free character, he's literally a relatively strong free character. That's why I say like, why not build him? So yeah, that's pretty much it about Xiangli Yao preparation and the guide itself. Overall, I would say Xiangli Yao pretty much like a solid free character. It's not like literally a bad character. They don't give like LOE like Genshin PTSD. No, it's actually good. They did same like PGR. They give free, but actually it's a good character. And overall, like his kit is quite straightforward. If you already know play Calcharo, it's not much need adaptation because he's just basically Calcharo 2.0. So yeah, if you like this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.